What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. How everybody out there doing today? Welcome to the O.T.S.B.S Show. This your boy, Coach Lee. It's Monday night. We back at it like we're mad at it. Man, it's time to run one with you guys, even though we sad in these here parts. But regardless, see, got on that number 13 jersey. Is that a Ricky Williams jersey? What's up, player?
Hey, man, look, I ain't got no comeback for that because, it's Monday, what I'm saying, just coming off this big loss, what I'm saying? Like, if y'all see me in the group, I was talking Noah, and then we lost again. But look, this is doing over Leroy. Don't say that Leroy without the junior. And we kicking it on this Monday on the O.T.S.B.S Show, where we talk about the bullshit and the scandals in all the sports. But, man, before we get this started, we got to get your fellow loser. I'm sorry, your fellow Dallas Cowboy fan all the way from Boston on the show, man. Let's get him on this thing, man. Let's get him on it.
6-2. We here. God bless America. We're still America's team. It's okay. Losers come sometimes.
Before this bullshit started,
this
bullshit stripe that was on your helmets. Please tell me,
no.
The red stripe. What in the fuck was the red stripe on your helmet about?
Veterans Day. Bad, it is bad mojo too. They haven't worn that since 1976, man.
Wait, I swear I did not know. I was like, oh, they just want to be America's team? Like how freaking bravado is that?
Changing up stuff. See, real quick, I got to get this out here real fast. See, that's the type of stuff I don't like about my squad. Just play ball. We don't need all the extra stuff. You got the Undertaker in the crowd. I don't give a damn. Just play ball. We don't need all the celebrity stuff, man.
Right. So I mean, I'm a Cowboy hater. I've been hating for some years, but I've never seen that whole red stripe. And that was the first thing I know. Like, what the fuck is that on their helmet? And to me, that tarnishes the brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the blue, the silver, and the white. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you feel about that as a fan?
Didn't like it. When I saw it immediately, I text my pops. I said, that's some bullshit.
hey, so can we get it? Can we? So we got a new clip. Can we get the cut screen? That's some bullshit.
Straight some what?
Okay, man. I love it. That's some bullshit, man. That is clearly some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit, man. But hey, look like we got our guy back. What happened? You left us.
Jerry Jones said some of the stuff I was about to say after that. Saying it was a bit explicit. So he told me I had to rewind myself and come back on.
Okay. Hey, man, shout out to Jonathan, baby. I see you slow wave. Drop where you at, man. Like, you've been missing. It's like you've been in the land of time, the song of music. Like, where have you been, man? He got his big old truck driving license and shit. He just hit the road and on Tonto. So shout out to
be on them sticks though.
So what do you got? I'm loving the new look, family. Keep up good work. All right, appreciate you. Always work. You know how it be.
All day. Appreciate you.
So man, fellas, what we got up for the day? Are we still asking each other how each other's Monday was? Wait, we didn't ask you about your. Hey, hold on. He's in Huntsville, Alabama. There's a jail out there. Wait, no, that's Huntsville, Louisiana. Well, what the hell are you doing in Alabama? You know what I'm saying? Like, making that money. That's what I'm talking about. But so how was your Monday out there in Boston?
Monday was pretty good out here in Boston, Considered that, I wish I was in the state of my Dallas Cowboys fans, you know what I'm saying, to have a shoulder, to hang on, you know what I'm saying, because these New England fans, they helping me out. They win to yesterday, and then all of a sudden they're in the Super Bowl contenders now. They are gassing themselves up here in New England. They are going to the Super Bowl. They are winning the AFC East. I got to deal with that when the Cowboys lose. I got to deal with this team who we beat talking about they going to the Super Bowl.
I mean, hey, they have more Super Bowl appearances than y'all. I mean, hey.
No. What I'm seeing is fair weather because up to yesterday, I ain't had none of that all season from them. All season. So win over the Panthers. I guess the Panthers are the team to beat.
Hey, no, you know what? It's the world scene. Everyone beat y'all. Like, that was let me talk about that. You know what I'm saying? It was very disheartening. I turned on regular cable, you know, and shout out to Sports Talking Friends, SCWF Media, that aired the New Orleans Saints and Atlanta game in a group. But that was the only game I was able to watch. Like, and that's what I be talking about. That's what all the fans that's not Dallas Cowboy fan be talking about. Like, how is it that was the only game I was able to watch? Normally there's 2 games on, but not Sunday, not yesterday.
What was the end score of that Falcons Saints game?
Hey, I don't care. Let's talk about these Dallas Cowboys.
I'm just saying. Didn't they walk off on y'all? Didn't they walk? Didn't young Ho Cuckoo walk off? Had his hubcap stolen earlier in the season and it took it right back from the Saints?
Wait, you see, look at my face. Wait, do I have to talk about the ass whipping? Listen, everywhere I went today, I heard about, you know what?
We didn't show up. We didn't show up yesterday. Y'all showed up yesterday and thought y'all had a win, and then he took the hubcaps from y'all.
I get it. But you know what? We did not tarnish our brand. Before we get to the show started, I asked Coach Lee this question. I'm asking you the same thing. How did you feel about that red dumbass stripe that across the helmet? What was that about?
I'm going to keep it real. Didn't like the red stripe. Unless you're going to wear red uniforms. Didn't excite me. You know what I'm saying? Two, Undertaker. Your streak ended. Why are you here at the game? You ended our streak, Undertaker. The Undertaker ended our streak. You know what I'm saying? So, that is what it is, man.
Which y'all losers? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Because, I mean, you know, early that day, I was hearing all this talk from Michael Irvin. Oh, the Super Bowl, you know, we've never seen, you know, these guys got it. And then they come out and get smacked.
Hey. Best thing about it is we didn't have the worst loss yesterday. Our team we lost to was 4-4. What's the record of y'all team y'all lost to?
So that's how y'all accept L's? An L is an L is an L.
I'll accept the L like I've been doing. I ain't had no smack talk about the Saints. I ain't said shit.
What you want to cook it? You know the Saints. Look, if y'all have a bad play, the Saints, we talking shit. I mean, that's just what it is. This is how it works. We talk shit.
Oh, y'all do.
Sure, the sun rises and it sets. The Saints fans are gonna talk shit to y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
But this one's a little bit different. You know, when y'all lost to the Giants, y'all MIA for about 72 hours.
Hey.
I had to regroup.
Hey, like no folks say, you stepping on the corners now. Watch it. Let's get the show started by the cussing. What's first topic?
First topic of the day depends on what side of the fence you on. Simply called why.
What side of the fence you on? What the
Depends
hell?
on what side of the fence you on.
That's some bullshit right there. Like, wait, hold on. Please explain what the hell this means.
But see, real quick. So, man. Oops. My bad.
I'm about to say, wait, real quick.
My bad. So, this pertains to the young man that plays linebacker for the University of Georgia, Adam Anderson. And he is, here we go.
Checking out some other headlines for you tonight. The status of one of UGA's top defensive players is still unclear. Linebacker Adam Anderson under investigation by the Athens-Clarke County Police Department. In a letter to the university, Anderson's attorney has asked they reconsider his suspension from the team. Head football coach Kirby Smart said in a statement they are aware of the investigation. Our UGA insider says Anderson has been at the team facility this week, but not practicing, and is not expected to play tomorrow against Missouri.
Okay. So, as you can see, this young man has been suspended from the team with allegations of sexual assault, so rape allegation. I believe he's a senior on the football team, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Of course, he and his lawyer, his representation, they've denied the allegation in the strongest terms possible. So, according to the instance, a 21-year-old woman told police she went to a house in Athens, Georgia, And after having some drink, she woke up while Anderson was doing his thing. She reported the incident to police later that day, and Anderson played in the game. And then the spokesman came out as far as the head coach. As you saw, he says, we're aware of the report and we don't comment on law enforcement matters, but I've been clear about the high standards we have for student athletes on and off the field. I'll be working closely with our administration to ensure we cooperate fully with law enforcement and campus protocols. Anderson is a 6'5", 230-pound senior, and he stars on Georgia's #1 ranked defense. And as far as his ranking right now going into the 2022 draft, he is seen as a #2 outside linebacker prospect.
Right.
So the reason why I said depend on both sides of it is there can be some truth to the story, which would be unfortunate for all parties involved. Or, as we've seen, I'm not saying by any means that this is the case. It can be a situation where wrongful allegations, he's already been tried in the court of public opinion. And what happens if it's found out that it's not what happened? Nothing ever becomes of the accuser.
I mean, like, you know what's funny? All like NCAA at one point has been known for these rape allegations, these college kids coming out with this, you know, like, and one thing to bring up to Jameis Winston, he's also one that fell victim to these rape allegations. And I mean, many of them, you know, so I mean, at the end of the day, you know, like you said, we've interviewed guys that fell victim to a rape allegation, you know, and that's why it's so unfair to, yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
what about that?
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's why this is a touchy subject because, you know what I'm saying, we know NFL players, we know players that can play at the top level of college. We've interviewed, and they fell victim to rape allegations. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hurtful feeling because, you know, the person is clout chasing, you know, not saying, not trying to downplay what it is, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. At the end of the day, that person has a whole lot to gain. Then the guy has to, then the athlete has to gain in a situation. So I'm gonna let you touch on, get your points on this. Get your points on this too before I circle back around because I have a lot to say on this.
It is the power of the PUSSY. I don't care if you a football player. I don't care if you Kawhi. If you in any situation with the words or the letters RAPE, you gonna have to go with it. And two, you don't have to go with it anymore, even if you did it or you didn't, because you're placed there. And this is a terrible situation because a lot of people do fall victim to this. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are victims to this. It's a statistic all the time because there's always a he said, she said affair. Girl wakes up, guy's on her. She's able to get out the crib. Kind of throws a wrench in this story a bit for a guy that's fallen victim if you're on that side. But like I said, when those words come out somebody's mouth, I don't care who you are. For that quick second or how many days it is, it may just be that until proven otherwise. And that's any color in the world. Now, I'm not saying the ending charges are the same, but you deal with that monopoly until something happens in the courtroom. It's a sad situation for him. Draft stock could be messed up. Everything could be messed up for this guy for something that he won't find out for about a year and a half. If it's true, and it's sad. It's sad overall for all parties because if it's not true, then a true athlete, number 2 in his ranking in the draft, just lost some spots, just lost some money.
I mean, and right now, especially right now, because the way the government is going, it's how can I put it? It's gratifying women. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got this Me Too movement. So right now, it is very bad time, it's a very bad look for Anderson to be put in this type of spotlight. And watch this. One of the things that stuck out to me, there was no mention that she went and got a rape kit done. One thing. The first thing that stood out to me, that, she woke up. How the fuck? You woke up? What you was doing? You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing that really stuck out to me. You woke up. So you was that inundated to whereas you didn't know this man was hunching on you or whatever you say the allegation was. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me doesn't make sense right there. But let me read this. There was an investigation is also being conducted by UGA's Equal Opportunity Office, the EEO administrators, UGA policies on sexual misconduct, discrimination, and harassment. Sato met with Chris Bolden of the EOO last Friday morning to gather details on the case. Wait, so you're opening up an investigation on top of the investigation? That's not making sense to me. So, I mean, is this something that goes on in this organization? But honestly, I mean, like I say, the SEC and all these NCAA colleges have these, they have this going on.
Yeah, I believe in colleges. I mean, I feel like the school takes part, then they bring the department in and so on. So, I mean, different many investigations by, I don't know how many investigative people they have. I know when I was in school, it was the police department and the school. Anybody else you need, I don't know why you need all the extra attention for. It should be the school and the police department that's there.
Well, maybe she's a local, you know what I'm saying? Because, she did go to the, to the city, not to the, she went to the city police. And like you said, because one thing that was, because I was going to Grambling when Doug Williams was there, like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to speak it, but there was allegations with him messing around with our cases. So, I mean, every college has to deal with this. So what's going on with this? And what I feel is what I don't feel is fair for the athlete is how is it that, that this woman is able to make this allegation and it gets put in the newspaper. Like right now, we got this. This is on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. The guy's already been hung out to dry.
Because when somebody says that like I said, somebody to say those words is terrible. But like anybody, if a lady says basically that, it's just basically a lady saying I'm defenseless. And when the common theme is when a lady feels defenseless and says those words, it feels like the man did it. Now like I said,
a lady defenseless. I don't know what lady you know. I mean,
no. When somebody says
Rufus, these women putting you ain't popping no Rufus on these women anymore. Like R. Kelly exposed that. They putting cups. They putting
those are the four magic words. Those are the four magic words. No. Those are the four magic letters. And I don't mean that in a good way. Those four letters right there is never a good match. Lying or not. You can put those words in a potato soup, give it to the police. And the police are going to go into anything they can to try to solve it. That's what they do. Those four letters are not a bad. That's bad. You see this. You're watching the show. You're seeing the red. Why? Because those words are red. Those are considered red letters.
Now you know what, but that's and that's with the women. Because I'm gonna tell you like this. Because shout out to Mike Neighbor in Lincoln Parish. But he said this was I won't put my business out there. But he told us this in class. He was like, if women come at you and be like, come lock the door and be like, get out. You better hop through the window because if you move the lady out the way to get out the door, the police, you're going to jail. They not hearing that. So I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? But with women knowing that, they leverage themselves over that. Because guess what? I'm pretty sure if Adam Anderson gives her a bag, all of this going to go away.
My question is, it's actually a two-part question. The first one is, now, if he did it, then obviously he should be punished for it. If he didn't do it, why is there not any legislation for the accusers to receive that same sentence that the accused would have received if they found out that that didn't happen.
Well, you feel like we should have law and order, like SVU come behind you say that. Like, I wasn't prepared for an illegal, questions. I want to be a lawyer.
Well, the reason why I say that is, I ain't putting nobody business or nothing out there like that. Is I've had people that I've known that have been on both sides of this equation. I've had women that this happened to, and because the guy was a football player, it got swept underneath the rug, and they received threats from coaches, threats from other players to keep your mouth shut. But then on the other side, I've seen to whereas, and these are people I actually know, where dude gets drugged through the mud, didn't do it, and then it just poof goes away like it never happened. But this dude's reputation is damaged now, because now he's seen as being somebody that's kind of frivolous with his sexual activity to even let himself be put in that position in the first place when that wasn't the case.
That's rape. You know what I'm saying? Like Tu said, you cannot dance around rape allegation. That's SVCU. That's SVU. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't sexual misconduct or sexual tampering or, you know what I'm saying? That is rape. That's a strong.
That's a fist down on the table.
Right,
Boom, that's a penalty.
We can't be friends after you say
all that stuff. He hit me. He awed me. All that. Once you hit that, that's red lining right there. And 2 is not a red line no more, regardless if you did it or you did not do it. And I feel like regardless of how this world changes, how much this world changes, and how much this world changes, that will never change. I mean, it's unfortunate for this guy. If he's in the clearness, it's unfortunate for him. But if it's not, then, I mean, as Coach Lee said, man, all proper punishments should be in hell for him. But at the same time, you do need something in line where if the person is telling the truth and he didn't do nothing at all, there should be some repercussions for that student, expulsion, something along the lines, you know what I'm saying? Because she can't continue to be over there, because sooner enough, you'll probably hear something else, and then you leave her in a bad rep now because she's not going to be believed after that.
Right. So, before we make our judgment on if this was some bullshit, because, I feel it was some bullshit that, this guy's being tried in public eye as a bad guy. Because at the end of the day,
that part,
what the hell is she doing asleep? That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? I grew up back in the 90s where it was a war on drugs and all of this. And, if you dress like a hussy, you get treated like a hussy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what's she doing there? All of these things come into play. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you waking up. What you waking up from? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get in a situation. Like, hey, you're not in Sunday school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not at Friday night fellowship. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there should be some type of buffer with these kids or these women or anyone making these allegations, especially to athletes, because they have so much to lose.
We're going to have to monitor this. My question is, if not, again, I just, the whole thing, the court of public opinion, it's a bad move, man. And like I said, if he did it, then obviously, should be punished. If not, I hope he goes back at her. My one caveat, and the reason why I say I want to monitor this story, I'm not saying by any means that this happened. It's just me thinking outside the box. I don't never play the race card. But you got to look at this. How can I word this without, I guess, getting the strike?
You just dropped the race card, so you definitely know it's.
I'm just looking at it like this. It's a young brother in Georgia. We don't know the ethnicity of the accuser. Some could have came about. She woke up and she's like, "Oh shit, my daddy gonna be mad if he find out about this."
Good call out. Because Georgia is the same state that banned Ray Charles over the same place. And I mean, at the end of the day, the accuser's identity has been protected. So you know what? Can we get our clip? Because I think that is some bull. That's some bullshit.
Some bullshit. It is.
So man, we're about to take a quick break back and be back with more of the O.T.S.B.S show with y'all. Sit back, we got more.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
Damn. Shout out to my guy, man, D Bro, man. Like y'all definitely doing big things down there in New Orleans, outside New Orleans. And look, y'all can get his book anywhere, Unbroken. Great story. Check him out, Amazon.
Already. Next topic, y'all might get a little bit of hype behind it, or you're gonna have your jaw drop to the floor because you can't believe that it happened. You can believe it happened, but the accuracy that it was actually reported. So this one is called Sterling 2.0.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not named after my son, but it's named after Donald Sterling 2.0. And for those who may or may not remember, Donald Sterling was the former owner of the Los Angeles Clippers that was forced to sell his team because he had a history and a track record of racist jargon, activities, and ideology. So this sucker duck is in reference to the Suns' current, I think they call them governors now. They don't call them owners, they call them governors. Robert Sarver. He has been hit over the head so far because there is a reported claim of racism, misogyny, and overall workplace toxicity.
Wait, time out. So I have not heard this word misogyny used this much ever in my life. I have not heard this until recent days. Like, you know,
That's how he was real with it.
what? This is like they said this was going on in Washington. Like everywhere they're using this word now. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, but carry on. You know, I got more.
So y'all hang in there with me, because this is a laundry list. So among the incidents throughout his 17-year tenure, according to a report from ESPN, he repeated, and I'm laughing because I can't believe this happened. This went on for this long. Nobody punched this dude in the face. But he repeatedly said the N-word in the coach's room after a loss against the Golden State Warriors in 2016. He was complaining about Draymond Green, who just happened to be black, and he said the N-word during the game. At the time, the coach, Earl Watson, who was black, told him in the coaching meeting, "You can't effing say that." Shout out to Earl Watson for trying to check his boss at the time. At least 6 Suns employees have described him as using the N-word aloud when repeating something a black player has said. Now, this is the one that kind of pissed me off when I saw it. Telling Suns employee said that he wanted to hire Lindsey Hunter, who is black, former Detroit Piston. He wanted to hire him instead of Dan Marley, who is white, as coach in 2013. Sarver said these N-words need an N-word, according to an executive who heard the conversation. I'd have straight pile drive that dude into a table, man.
But I mean, the dude ain't lying though. I mean, he ain't lying. I mean, so you know, let's because you know, I'm Uncle Leroy. I'm public school smart, graduated from John McDonald Senior High, New Orleans, Louisiana, and I did not know what the hell misogyny. So misogyny, dislike or contempt for or ingrained prejudice against women. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what that means. All right. So, what was the question? Now that we got that out, we know
Say
misogyny.
again?
So what's the question now? So we got misogyny out. We know what that means.
So my question is, and like I say, this went on for 17 years. Me personally, I think that they're trying to get out in front of it because they see what's happening in Washington. They see what happened in Vegas with the Raiders. Congress has gotten involved. They've asked for certain emails and documentation from Washington. They had a deadline, which they missed. But Congress is trying to get involved. I think they're trying to get out in front of this before it gets blown up because they saw Donald Sterling got his team taken from him. Daniel Snyder's probably going to be headed down that same way. This sucker duck is probably going to be next.
He's fine. I mean, so that's what I was saying. Like, even they describe John Gruden as misogyny. You know what I'm saying? All of these words, and that's what, like I said earlier. This is because of this Me Too movement. All of everyone there idolizing these women.
Locker room talk.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? This O.T.S.B.S Show. Yeah. But the thing is it's been going on. And one thing that that I pay attention to, of course, we know the source. This has been going on for 16 years. Who's one of the prize players, the stars of the Phoenix Suns?
Chris Paul.
That's one. Before him,
Charles Barkley.
He's a coach now. Who's the coach of the Brooklyn Nets?
Oh, Steve Nash.
Oh!
You know what? Steve may feel the same way as he do because we remember that story that happened between him and what's my dude?
You're talking. Now you're talking. I'm more concerned about with the byproducts that this guy has produced because we already know he's a turd. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, if you don't know these people way up there talk like this, you're blind and all you do is just watch TikTok videos all day. You know what I'm saying? This goes on at that level. You know what I'm saying? They talk like that, and one thing that's right now that surprises me is how, what I'm following is how the workers are going to, come about with this because no one's going to want to work for him.
He's going to go down.
He's going to go down, man. A lot of things. But at the end of the day, he's still going to have his team. Nothing's going to happen to this guy because you know what? It's accepted up there. So,
So peep this. Another white executive called a black co-worker Carlton in a reference to the character from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Despite the co-worker telling him multiple times to stop doing so, according to two ex-employees, the executive jokingly told his black co-worker to do the Carlton dance.
Hey, them guys cracked me up with that dance. I'm telling you. But I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you this. I was working one thing that I like about the podcast show because this is our show. We can say what the hell we want. You know what I'm saying? Like Facebook can censor us if we want to type something. We type, but here we can say what we want. So I want to say what I want. And I was working in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at Louisiana Farm Bureau, and I had a similar situation where an older white guy, I was a programmer, COBOL programmer up there in IT, and older white guy, the guy was so redneck, the dude cooked out of a kettle and wore flannel shirts all day. He walked around, yeah, that boy, hey, that boy, what you say down there, boy? And, I'm straight from New Orleans. I was, Katrina refugee at the time, so I'm like, man, this is going to be bad. Don't tell me, So long story short, he had his day when he called me a boy. And I said, hey, old man, don't call me no motherfucking boy. I'm a grown-ass man. All right, now, boy, whatever, boy, let's go ahead on. So, all right, cool. Long story short, told him not to call me that day. Months passed by. He called me boy again. I went to flip off. And you know what happened? They escorted my boy, nigga, refugee ass up out of Louisiana Farm Bureau on Airline Highway in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And HR, you know what they told me? He means nothing by that. That's just him.
Facebook user, we don't know who you are, but WTF, that's messed up for real. Most definitely. I think this dude, just because we saw what happened with Donald Sterling, this is just some of the highlights of some of the stuff, man. He's got a laundry list of just detailed allegations from stuff he said to pregnant employees, to a female worker that got assaulted by a male co-worker. Instead of addressing it, they just moved her desk back 1 row. She was still 10 feet away from her accuser. It's like all types of crazy stuff like that going on, man. Asking dudes if they shave their nuts and stuff like that.
Wait, what the hell? Wait, hold on.
Dude, hey.
Shame to everybody. I'm gonna be real. 17 years of knowing this stuff. Shame to all the African Americans that was ever in that facility, ever on that team, ever on that organization, and the people that are in that organization. Real talk. No. Because Earl Watson was there for seasons and seasons, and now he wants to have a tell-all. He wants to have a tell-all all these years later. That shit right there. And I know why. And I know why it's coming to the light now. And it's not for the because this.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. How you gonna shame the people?
No, they're trying to get a black man in that place. They're trying to get a black man in one of these places over here, and they're gonna not stop now until a black man is in office in Phoenix. I'm being real with you. Clutch Sports. It's Clutch Sports.
To John McCain's state, like that ain't happening.
It's the NBA.
Arizona was the last state to honor and recognize MLK as a national holiday, and they only did it because they wanted the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I just feel that way. If you're not gonna, if it takes 17 years for you, to say anything at all, I just shame on you. Shame on it. Real talk. Earl Watson wants to come out.
How can you shame that? How can you
I'm
shame?
shaming.
You said you shame everyone that's in that entire organization, all the black people that's in that time. Like they should be praised now that we know
I couldn't have been there.
What's going on.
Praise.
I couldn't have been there.
17 years.
I've left the job behind stuff like that.
You know how many great players came out of Phoenix? The Shawn Marions, the Amari Stoudemire's, all these guys. Hold on.
They light skin. Tell me a dark skin brother.
James Jones.
They light skin. So they have it easy.
I'm not playing that. Shame on them, dog.
Shame on them. I'm not playing that, but you shaming all of them. You should be praising the dude that had to go. That's crazy.
Shame. It's a real shame. Real talk.
Let me see how you
is it?
Why? It's a real shame.
You told him shame. You haven't said why is it shame. Why are you shaming these guys that had to endure being called niggas, knowing that this dude?
Because they endured it for 17 years. I'm not enduring nothing for 2 minutes.
What?
I'm on his head. Real talk. That is crazy.
You started out. Clearly you didn't hear my story. Soon as all of that come, the system come and snatch your ass up out of there.
No. You can play white all you want. I ain't playing white. I'm gonna be black. And that's the way I would have played it. Real talk. And that's a race card you could throw over there. There's no way in hell. If I'm uncomfortable with that, if you're sitting there for 17 years letting it ride, that means you're comfortable with that type of shit going on.
You come down to the South. You know what? I want you to spend what's Uncle a summer with Bernie? You come spend a summer in the South. Man, you're gonna be in jail from the time you get off the plane.
Please, no. Like I can walk. I can go on vacation to the South and hear people say that. At the end of the day, I'm going back to Massachusetts. And when I'm playing with the Phoenix,
I love it. I watched it. I love it. Shame.
And
this is the funniest thing that I watched. Like I watched it. This is good. Yes.
Shame.
Like,
I agree with you, man.
How are you shaming these people, man? Like,
I'm shaming my peoples right now. I'm shaming them. Somebody had to take the hammer hawk. You tell me in 17 years nobody wanted to take the hammer hawk? Shame on them. And I don't give no respect to Earl. I don't give no respect to him at all. Coming with his tell on now after he was the coach for 5 years, got paid, got cake. Now you want to leave? Man, fuck out of that, man.
And make money, yes. But why are you shaming him? Because guess what? You know what? You know why? Because no one would have listened to him back then. Once again, you clearly didn't understand the point of my story. You going to talk to HR. Guess what? Who hires HR? The owners. So you think the owners sitting here listening to you? Oh, well, yes, sir. Oh, we feel sorry for you.
No.
Just like the allegation
I don't give a hell.
That's all the same people.
Hold on. Nobody's going to these people. Nobody's going to nobody saying this stuff now in 2021. This is on News Street. This wasn't on News Street. This wasn't on News Street in 2014.
There's never been this type. Listen, I was just talking about this with my girl. I said, you know what? That I don't see anymore since Biden is in office. I could not check my timeline without. I didn't know so many black women own a Chick-fil-A, a Waffle House, a Wendy's, a Burger King, all at the same time. I was like, well, there's women that own all of these great things. Like now they're gone. But that's what I'm saying. They were promoting that. So yes, this is the time to put all of that out there. Like I said, I didn't even know what misogyny was until now. I'm 41 years old. Never heard this word before.
And guess what? Now, I mean, I don't know if anybody's been in the airways, but the Portland Trailblazers is about to deal with the same fate.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
It's locker room.
Hold on. And they got a top 75 player in their franchise for 11, 12 years. And he raps. And he talks about rap. And he let that shit go on. And he's still there. Fuck out of here with that. I'm not listening to that. I'm disgusted at the Phoenix Suns, whoever's in that organization. I'm disgusted at whoever's up there in Portland. I'm disgusted.
Portland? That's the how of the morning. I mean, come on now. Those guys ride bikes and wear white shirts with
I'm disgusted.
I'm disgusted,
dog. I'm disgusted at that. It's wild. It's wild. You might as well get hit. You might as well get hit with the belt.
Can we agree on something?
What?
We can definitely agree that that's some what?
Bullshit! Fact, man. So look, we're going to be right back with more of the O.T.S.B.S Show. I think this is our last segment. So sit back and join in on the topics, man. More of the O.T.S.B.S Show.
What's good with the people? It's Montreal McNeander, NFL linebacker for the Cleveland Browns and Grambling alumni. I had to come through today. Give a special shout out to my dudes over at STWF Media, the big brand, where you can talk sports with the other NFL players, fans in their Facebook community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go get them boys a shout out. Go check out their page. And I promise you, man, you're gonna love everything that you hear and enjoy it.
Back to the home stretch, gentlemen.
Get the gas. See, I think we gotta do get the gas challenge, man. So we get some wins. But yeah, we back on the home stretch.
So this last one, hot off the presses, it's still evolving every day. And this is
evolving. Oh.
Evolving. You're mad, bro. This is involving Aaron Rodgers and his COVID vaccination status or not thereof status. So, right off the top, feedback on that, y'all.
Aaron Rodgers NFL denies telling Aaron Rodgers vaccinated people can't get or spread COVID-19. Makes no sense. Just as much as this whole situation makes no sense with Aaron Rodgers. Who the heck, I did not even know the dude was not vaccinated. Did you know that?
I didn't know until this happened. Until, the story broke.
Exactly. But I mean, but he danced around it in all these interviews. He was like, well, I'm immunized from the virus. What the flip is that? You know what I'm saying?
He went with alternative measures. He never said that he wasn't vaccinated. He never said he was vaccinated. What he said is he's pretty much taking precaution towards it. He went an alternative route.
True. Let's get this comment there. So Facebook user, there should be, I'm guessing you're joining us in the chat. So there should be a link which shows StreamYard. Click that link so we can know who you are. You can just type your name in there. But Facebook user has, he lied and time to move on.
Is that Robert?
I don't think that's him because it would have been with some, adjectives after.
Yeah, shout out to Raymond Butler on that comment.
That's a little too nice. So I don't think that's him. But he didn't lie. He danced around the truth, this is the O.T.S.B.S show. He told a white lie. Because he didn't tell, he never said
knew about it. Team ain't came out and made any type of statement. They knew about it.
Of course.
Now they're trying to play damage control.
He's the Messiah.
Of course. And that's why I hold that fault because, the NFL allowed the Green Bay Packers to paint a picture whereas he was vaccinated.
I don't blame him at all. I blame the team in the NFL for having double standards.
Because once again, we've interviewed NFL players and we know how things are going on with this COVID program. I mean,
they say it's BS. It's all for show.
Exactly. They said they got these like last year when they were doing these armband monitors. They were wearing them like home. What it was? Leg monitors, like the police did. You know what I'm saying? The home detention monitors. They were wearing around their legs. They had it around their neck like landage. No one took the protocol seriously. So
according to Aaron, he says, I understand that the league is able to put in place its own policies. I didn't agree to any of them, though. I didn't sign a piece of paper that gave away my rights to live a normal season of life. He never agreed to the protocols. He never signed anything. Again, shame on the team and the NFL. They allowed it to escape. Because if it was that serious, it would have been, this is black and white across the board for everybody.
You know what I find? what I find with this? Athletes be athletes. Coaches be coaches. Front office be front office. This is what happens when line crosses. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, how did this get overlooked? No, it didn't get overlooked. It got accepted. Because at the end of the day, he should have had his ass on the field. You know what I'm saying? Period. Hey, shout out to my guy, Gene. I just seen his comment drop up. Let's get him up there.
What's up, brother?
Yes, sir. Wow. What's that? You still out there and get soaking up that West Coast sun. I appreciate you hanging out. But, once again, shut up and play. Because at the end of the day, he was spending too much time in the front office. He's trying to be a coach. No, he should have his ass on the field being with his team. And this is what happens. So, like you say, I fault the NFL and the team for blowing this guy up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we heard about him all offseason, and he didn't do the right thing. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so we talked about this in the group at the beginning of the year. Some people didn't agree with us. If you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, that's on you. I don't swing either side of it. If that what needs to be done, that's you. That's your decision. The part I don't like is the narrative that they're trying to paint it as far as if you're vaccinated, I think the protocol, you get tested once or something like that.
You got to have two negative tests in 24 hours to be able to come back with the team. But if you don't, you have like 10 days. You got to have 2 negative tests within 5 days of each other, something like that. But you got, long story short, if you're not vaccinated, you got 10 days you have to wait to be able to join your team.
Right. Okay.
Aaron, man.
So,
Aaron's crazy.
Go ahead, bro.
Man. Aaron's crazy, man. Aaron's tapped, man. And then he went on the Pat McAfee show and then brought up this whole canceled woke mob culture and all that. Aaron, bro, you forcing it, bro. You try to have it was okay too if you would have said you wasn't vaccinated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving, despite people not wanting him to play in the NBA, people still like Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying? The people that didn't like him are the people that never liked him. They just don't like him even more because he don't got the vaccine, bro. That's the only thing that was going to turn different, bro. And you like you said, he had a little a light lie. I won't say white lie. It was a little light lie. You know what I'm saying? He was able to California Berkeley yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Down the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Small to Aaron, because no bull crap. If 1 million people knew that, everybody will be saying that. But you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the team's gonna have to deal with that consequences wise. I don't think anything in regards to Aaron in terms of missing any more games than he has to needs to happen. And you know what I'm saying? Green Bay, you know, lose some picks, you know what I'm saying? Lose some money. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the end and outcome of it. I mean, it just turns more to the saga of this is Aaron Rodgers' team. This is not Green Bay Packers' team. As long as Aaron's there, this is his team. Now Green Bay has to decide. Is this
fuck that. Like, I'm gonna play. This is the O.T.S.B.S Show, so I'm gonna play the race card. But let's get my guy Gene comment up here. He says the NFL had its own rules. He partied and bullshit with no mask on. Facts. Let's hold his ass to the fucking letter. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Not disagreeing with you. No, what's the point I put it? So what's the next thing he said is black and white, fam. Can't look past it. Exactly. That's my point. And when Cam Newton didn't want to get vaccinated, they blackballed it. You know what I'm saying? They said he's not with the team. He's not locked in. You know, he's the core player. And let's say if he goes down, then the team loses everything. You know what I'm saying? They really got on Cam ass so much to whereas guess what? When he lost his job in New England, the dude got vaccinated. That's how much they messed over. So now it's over here because Aaron Rodgers is accepted. Nah, fuck that.
Oh no. He's not accepted to me at all. He's not accepted to me. He's not accepted to me at all. I just know that the rule.
We're just discussing facts, just how the public media, like everyone's willing to accept. Oh, okay, like our Facebook users said, "Oh, he lied, move on." No, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? No, we can't move on. You know what I'm saying? No, he lied, pinned his ass to the wall, just like we did Cole Beasley, just like they did Cam Newton, man.
Oh, no, they couldn't do that to Cole. They couldn't do that to Coley Cole. You know why? Because Coley Cole kept it real from the rip. Coley Cole said, I'm going to still be here. Coley Cole said, watch how many people catch COVID. It ain't going to be me. And Coley Cole's sitting there like this right now.
But look at the stats, though. But this is what I'm talking about. How they isolated, look at his stats. He was expecting to have a great game this past Sunday. That was his best game. But that's what I'm saying. Look at the stats because it's vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. If you're not vaccinated, they're looking at you like you're not locked in. If you suppose of anything, they want you vaccinated. And if you're not vaccinated, they're going to make you look bad, like you're a terrorist or something.
Yeah, like you're a terrorist, bro. It's crazy. It's a damn shame that they're doing this. And I want to give a bullshit to Stephen A. Sunken Place, Stephen A. Smith, man. Like, no energy whatsoever. You had all the energy in the world when it came to Kyrie Irving. All the energy in the world. And then Jay Williams put you on a 1-to-1 isolation on First Take and let you know about yourself. Real good. Humble pie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way you have that high energy for Kyrie Irving and have this
that part
energy for Aaron Rodgers. You don't do that with anybody. That person deserves the same plate Kyrie got.
Facts.
Robert, I hope you're watching, Robert. You know why? Because Robert tried to turn this, and he was acting like Stephen A. little bit. He turns me basically saying Aaron Rodgers should have the same responses that Kyrie was getting to posting highlights of the Cowboys and Packers years ago, and basically giving the reason the Cowboys lost was because I was disrespecting Aaron Rodgers. Not the same context at all. You know what I'm saying? So even his fan base, you know, and I think Rob, and I don't want to throw his business out there, but I think Rob is vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? So I know Rob was sad that his homie, who he thought was vaccinated, was not vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? But don't hate Aaron Rodgers no more. Don't hate him. Don't hate him all like that. Hey, he lied. You should hold him accountable and have that energy for him for lying the same way that you rag and tag about Kyrie Irving. Don't be ragging and tagging the bus driver if you ain't going to rag and tag with
him. Let's get Gene comment up there. He said, he made a great point. Shout out to you, my guy. He said Aaron Rodgers' numbers are good. That part. You know what I'm saying? So that means the system is good to him. Because we seen Jordan Love struggle. That's all I'm gonna say.
He did. So I went and found
that's Aaron Rodgers' fault.
The NFL policy for unvaccinated players: a minimum of 10-day quarantine after a positive COVID-19 test.
Yep.
Unvaccinated players are subject to daily testing. If one is missed, the player cannot re-enter the team until he undergoes a 5-day testing period. Similarly, unvaccinated players cannot join a new team without 5-day consecutive days of negative tests. Masks are mandated indoors and outdoors if in a close proximity to others other than practice. Physical distancing, blah, blah, blah. Violators of these rules are subject to fines beginning at $14,650. Teams who have to cancel games due to COVID-19 outbreak among unvaccinated players will forfeit their game. Players for both teams will not be paid.
I don't think it was. I think it was Matt. It was the. I think it was team. They went in advanced, increased levels of protocol because they had multiple players and coaches test positive. So they went in advanced testing of that, to where they had daily testing. They had protocol, social distancing protocol.
They still got to play.
But right, exactly, Gene. That's what we say. He told a white lie. This is the O.T.S.B.S Show, so we talk about the bullshit and scandal. So we call it like it is. Yeah, he didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? He just danced around the truth, like you said. He worked the system.
He outsmarted everybody. He Aaron Rodgers everybody. That's what he does. Aaron Rodgers.
The policy is crap.
Aaron Rodgers everybody.
The policy? What do you mean?
The policy is crap, because if they really cared about the safety of these players, and let's be real, these players are assets to the company and the team that they represent. If they care about that,
wait. What do you mean assets now? Because
assets.
They're not. I mean, if they're not making money, how are they assets? They're a liability.
Oh, they still got paid up front. They never get no game check.
They're a product. I mean, they're a product of them. I mean, I don't know. Asset brings.
But okay, so tell me. So riddle me this. You got vaccinated, you got unvaccinated. Obviously, it's a rigorous activity if you unvaccinated. A lot of testing, blah, 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 blah. The person who's been vaccinated, they don't have to go through that same protocol. But you can still catch COVID. You can still transfer it to somebody else.
True.
Where does it make sense that it should be the same? To me, it should be the same across the board. It shouldn't matter. Because
vaccinated, unvaccinated?
Yes. As far as the rules,
why should it make sense? Why should it be the same when you just explain why it's not? Because of the different testing. Or is your case, or is your point the fact that even though you're vaccinated, you can still get it? Is that your case?
That's my case.
So it makes the point. You still can get it, but if you're that's like, that's like that's like fucking with no condom on. That's like not practicing safe sex. Yes, you can still catch all these STDs, but if you practice safe sex, you have a less likelihood of contracting it and dying. That's the difference. So, I mean, yeah, you can still get it, but your vaccinated players have a less likelihood of standing in a room with people that has COVID and getting it. And if they do get it, they're not going to pass around the ones that should kill everyone off.
But it don't make sense, though. I heard your part you saying, but looking at this protocol here, they only have to get tested one time a week. Okay, cool, whatever.
This part don't make any sense. Advanced levels. That's after advanced. That's at increased protocol. Because I think the only after you get tested, you got 10 days before you rejoin the team.
Well, that's if you test positive.
Right.
But as far as like day-to-day or weekly activities, they only have to get tested once a week.
Right.
So that's Monday. They get tested on Monday when they come back into the facilities. They can catch COVID after they leave it Monday. They not tested again until next Monday, which means that time frame they can still infect somebody else.
That's true. But once
they are not required to isolate if they come in close contact with someone. This is vaccinated. No mask mandate, either indoors or outdoors. No restrictions or distancing in team facilities and social gatherings outside of team facilities. So they just got a green light to go do what they want to do.
Of right.
It makes no sense.
Because you're vaccinated. I mean, because you're like, let's get Gene's comment up there. Man, my guys are on it tonight. Look what he said. He said they know players have a greater chance of beating COVID. The league is America supported. They aren't pushing the agenda like the NBA. What do you think about that? So I'm gonna read that again. So they know players have a greater chance of beating COVID. Right. The vaccinated.
Because they're healthy.
They're healthy. The league is America's. Wait, they're healthy. I was having this discussion with my daughter too. So I guess kids are healthy too, babies, because infants 5 and below, kids are 5 and below don't have to get the vaccine shot.
Yeah.
So
I'm not getting on that soapbox tonight.
This is the O.T.S.B.S Show, man. So we're about to close it up though. But so the league is America. Yes, the league, let's say that again. Rewind, play. The league is America supported. They aren't pushing the agenda like the NBA. So what do you think about that? So I'm going to chime in. So one thing that, the league, the NBA is pushing an agenda because the NBA was accused, just like New Orleans, is being the vessel that transmitted COVID. So I think, yes, they're pushing an agenda and they're trying to deflect the fact and show and still instill confidence. Because let's remember that COVID hit the NBA scene first. Then it spread. So what do you think about that, too? You've been quiet today. Cat got your time? I know y'all lost yesterday, but
Nah, man, this whole thing, like Coach Lee said, man, is just statistically dumb. Statistically dumb because it's a flip flop. You're unvaccinated people. Most of I don't know, maybe not catch COVID, and your COVID people that are vaccinated now are catching COVID. It's just dumb. Okay, one state mandate, one state non-mandated. One state, you got to wear a mask no matter if you're mandated or not, and everywhere you go. I don't know what to even think. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to play it accordingly now. I'm going to go out sometimes with no mask. I'm going to go outside sometimes with a mask. I'm going to go full body suit sometimes not. I'm going to sneeze, not cover my mouth sometimes. I don't really know what to do. It's crazy because you get
right. It's the show, man. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Let's pause it. Let's take a quick. Since Gene called, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna call this. We're gonna play it for you. Now, what do you say? My bad, y'all. I see bullshit. Can we get the bullshit flag fall?
Yes, sir.
And we all agree that this is some. Come on. Bullshit. So we agree with you, man. So wait, finish on what you finish preaching there.
Yeah. So real in reality is what are we teaching these? What are we teaching America? What are we teaching the young kids and the young boys and girls? What are we teaching them? What are we really teaching them here? What are we really trying to get with this pandemic that's going on? It's bad enough that they was giving tests out before they even knew the propaganda results of these tests. That's bad enough. So we don't know how those people are even doing. And then you got Aaron Rodgers, a normalized athlete, a legend in the game. That's a State Farm representative doing everything. So at the end of the day, all I can say is, man, we got to do better, America. We got to do better. Because like I've been saying on future shows, we're running the world right now. And if we're running the world right now, I'm scared for my children. Yeah, we're running the world right now. This girl's 3 years old, and I wish for her to grow into a lovely, joyful world, just like at times I did when I was young. It wasn't an easy life for us. But I can't deal with this statistical stuff. We need to really know. Are you really going to have this COVID testing and all that and really mandate states? Or are you just going to have acid and not mandate states? Let me know.
But I mean, one thing is that I was just having a discussion with my daughter. It's there's what's going on. My son. Oh, the craziest thing. The other day we were pulling up to McDonald's. And I said, son, look at you. That's going to be you. He's 16, he's 15, making 16. These kids were working in the drive-thru with a mask on. These kids were working right next to each other with a mask on. How stupid is that? Like, I'm driving up, I'm looking at like, y'all right next to each other with masks on. Y'all going to, y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all going to pass whatever's next to each other. But I'm like, that's the one we live with. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have these masks. And, you know, like, shout out to my daughter. You know, she said, you know what's going on right now? People are afraid to take the mask off.
Hold on. Yeah. I got my, hold on.
So they're afraid to live the best life. Look at my
I got my 11-year-old. I tell her, when you're around us in the family, you have your mask off. We were going out for Halloween the other day, and literally for like 4 hours, we wasn't with nobody yet. She had a mask on. Why do you have your mask on? Oh, because you know the protocols. No. When you're around us, your family, you can have your mask on. When you're around the public, have that on. But I mean, that's the thing with kids, dog. You like, they're in this brain cell where they see one thing and they ride with it. You know what I'm saying?
But no one's explaining it to them. Now, you know, I'm gonna ask y'all this question before we leave, before we end the show. So I'm gonna start off with you, Coach Lee. How long do you think this world will forget about this? Forget about it. Get past it. Yes, forget about it. Whereas, because at the end of the day, we had the bird flu, we had Ebola, we had all these outbreaks. You had the flu outbreak that we forgot, and we still got back to normalcy. What do you think? Okay, so wait. So Gene
first of all, shout out to Gene. We have to promote good health, not a quick fix.
Hey, that's not America. That is not America.
America nasty.
There's two pills, the blue pill or the red pill. That's America.
The reason why I agree with Gene on this,
I agree with it.
Blew my mind when COVID first hit. We just happened to be traveling when it first hit. I don't watch a whole lot of news, but I was like, this thing's getting really serious. I'm like seeing people buying all this water and toilet paper and everything. But what blew my mind was we stopped at Buc-ee's. We leave out of Buc-ee's. We leave out of the stall. I saw a dude take a number 2, walk right up out that bitch and then wash his hands. Stuff like that is the reason why it's spreading. People are nasty. They don't wash their hands. They don't wash their ass. They don't cover their mouth. It's all stuff that we were taught when we was in elementary school. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth when you cough. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. People don't do that. People just nasty.
Facts. So, before we end this here, so Gene says never. So, how long do you think? How long do you think we will take for us to forget about this and get back to where it's, we're not wearing the mask anymore?
The next election cycle.
Hey, shout out to my guy Pete Dennis, man. He hanging out with us. I see it.
Yeah, that part right there. I do that at work all the time, dog.
Wait. Let's get his comment. So he says, Patrick, I keep track of those 9 hand washers. I never shake their hands. So
I'll douche you up and I'll wave at your ass in a minute, boy. I saw you.
You're from Washington. You're a DC fan. He's a DC fan. He shakes people's hands that don't wash their hands every day.
I'm going to break out my conspiracy theory. Now watch this. Now, we know, let's say, a certain type of culture that does that. But they say that COVID is being spread in the brown and black communities. But, hey, I got my ass whipped if I cuss too much. So, you know what I'm saying? You better believe I'm washing my hands. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, walking your mama house, you ain't wash your hands.
I'm going to be real, and this is why I say it's a statistic, man. It's a statistic. I'm going to be real. My wife white, and my wife abuses the shower, the water, and all that. Best believe that bill is high as hell. So I say it's a statistic. There's whites that don't wash, and there's people that don't wash themselves and smelly. There's a lot of people that don't wash themselves and smelly. Those people need to practice safe hygiene. And it's easy to do it nowadays than it was growing up. Trust me, it's a lot easier to do.
That's where we at, dog. Mike Judge was on top of it. This is where we at right now. It's got electrolytes.
All right, so you say, so you agree with Gene, Coach Lee. So you say we would never get back to normalcy, whereas we would forget about COVID. Like, because at the end of the day, you gotta remember, just like as a kid, we take the MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. There was a rubella, there was a measles outbreak. You know what I'm saying? There was times where all of this that these vaccinations that become mandated now as we grow up, that it started. So you say that we would never get past this COVID thing?
Not as long as it's made into a political issue, which is where it's at right now. And the reason why I say a political issue is when Orange Man was in the office, nobody wanted to take the vaccine. I ain't taking that. I don't trust it. Soon they get him up out of there. What you mean you ain't taking the vaccine? It just flipped on both sides.
Hold on. Well,
that's just all you need to know right there.
Soon they make the repellent. We officially can be safe.
Well, I saw that already got a pill.
There's a pill coming out. Like someone developed a pill that you can take.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's an alternative to take the actual vaccine. So, you're right. So, I mean, it's coming. It's on the brink. But
Patrick, shout out to you being a super clean mother effer.
Hey, clean motherfucker.
That's the slogan going into the night, out tonight, man. Clean. Practice clean hygiene, motherfucker.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man.
Viagra, yes. Pfizer makes Viagra.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all hear that? The same people that give you that energy that they say they can solve a virus. All right.
Gives you that energy. So, if you got to decide on which vaccine to take, go with the men's
that
choice.
Could be a side effect.
Go with Johnson & Johnson, baby. The lotion has been keeping you smooth, you claim.
But Johnson & Johnson, the same company that had the baby powder that was giving women cervical cancer.
Yes. Shit. So, yeah. But it's funny because they, Johnson & Johnson big seller was one shot. Now they got to get a booster shot. So it's like
every 6 months.
I digress, man.
Make it make sense.
But hey, I guess we all can agree upon what? That's
some
That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit. But look, I give it 5 years because at the end of the day, you made a great point, Coach Lee. As long as it's political. And one thing that we have noted, just like with Guantanamo Bay, when Barack came in, Bush had Guantanamo Bay. What Barack's biggest thing in office was to close Guantanamo Bay. When Trump came in office, what was his biggest thing? To stop Obamacare. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think this is going to be 5 years. It's going to go into the next legislation because their big job going to be to make this go away.
You're right. It's straight up doo-doo brown, brother.
I think the color. I think he made the color the same as me, man. Joe shot at me. That's some BS. Now that's some bull, man.
Shout out to them, baby. So look, it's time for the shout out, man. We gotta get up out of here, man. So any shout outs you got?
I want to give a shout out first off to Teddy Bridgewater in the 49ers Broncos. I always hate on Teddy Bridgewater. I say Teddy Bridgewater is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, but his record against the Cowboys is very outstanding due to his days back with the Vikings. So I got to give a shout out to that, man. No matter what people like me say, you keep going out there, what I'm saying, have one of the craziest injuries you ever could see on a practice field and able to still be able to go out there and compete and, beat a 6-1 team, make it 6-2 and have everybody like thinking that we're bad again, man. Shout out to you, man, Teddy, man. Screw you, Teddy. Screw you. And I want to give a shout out to Canelo Alvarez, man. Shout out to Canelo, undisputed middleweight champion. There's nobody in that division that could beat him. Caleb Plant was terrible. The way he came out for the fight, man. I feel like boxers, when they're in matchups like that, man, never know what to do, and the blueprint is right there for you. Now, if you can't solve it, that's cool, but you have to at least try. You can't go in there talking about you love people's style of matchup and then don't put.
My guy said, "Fuck goon."
Man.
Man. Hey man, definitely shout out to my guy Gene, man. You know,
shout out to you, Gene, man.
Shout out to Pete Diddy,
Get
man.
you over here on the show, Gene. What's good?
I need to beat you, man. I hope I gotta go check the schools. Hopefully, my guy
he beat me by 100 this week, man. He said he beat me by 100 this week. Shout out to Uncle Leroy too for beating me by 100. Great success. You know what I'm saying? That's another story I can tell my kids. You know, it never happened. Yeah. Shout out.
Hey, well, I guess that was the classic thing. Was that a classic cowboy movie? Give a shout out to your opponents. You know what? Fuck the Falcons. I felt pissed off. I felt stupid because I thought we won. I posted that we won and then we lost. So, but definitely a shout out to my O.T.S.B.S fan. We still don't break out the brown bag just yet. Big play Tay. Y'all seen them this week, starting next week. But shout out to everybody in the group, man, that's active. If you're not active, get active. Got a lot of good things coming up. Definitely, as always, got shout out to my guy, Lil J's Donuts and more. If y'all down there in Harahan, Louisiana, check them out. You won't be, man, I'm telling you, you'll be full. You won't leave hungry. But shout out to everybody that support us. We support y'all, man. That's it. What you got, Coach Lee?
Hey, shout out to you brothers, man. As always, the O.T.S.B.S Show. We come here, have fun, kick it, talk a little shit to one another. Shout out to the fam for continuing to support this endeavor. Shout out to those who tune in tonight, man. Y'all the real MVPs at the end of the day. Shout out to Gene, Patrick, Smoke. Who else we got in there? Facebook user, whoever you are. Shout out to everybody.
In the building tonight, man. We had a few others in the building tonight. I believe Raymond Butler was in the building tonight. Greg Porter. Shout out to you guys, man. I caught y'all names.
All right.
Yes, sir, man.
What is Arguing Brothers Podcast?
Yes. And shout out to fellow Cowboy friends, man. We got our asses handed to us yesterday. Ain't no excuse about it. We took our lick, F the Broncos. I think we got the Falcons next. Go on to try to knock these boys up out the
we got the Falcons next?
Yeah, y'all beat them, man.
Hold on. So the Saints couldn't beat a guy with 9 fingers last week. We're going to beat him this week. We're going to beat Matt Ryan this week. You couldn't beat a guy with 9 fingers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all with 9 fingers beat y'all. Matter of fact, young Coho took it home on y'all, took y'all hubcaps. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, like those fake Nikes that they sell over there downtown in New Orleans.
And if y'all guys heard the show yesterday morning, get in the group, holler at your boys. We finna do this tailgating thing where you can sit back. You ain't got to do no cooking. You just sit back, watch the game, chill, drink, eat, sip, whatever you decide to do.
You doing that in a Zoom setting, or how you doing that? Or stream y'all?
No, I'm tailgating.
Out there.
Y'all going? So y'all have a vacated spot? Hold on.
Hey, the big brand, man. Hey, this is like drive it on home. Drive it on home.
What is this?
This weekend against the Falcons, $40. We got the bus, we got the drinks, we got the food. We got the thing. Wait, I didn't so to say that. We got a baby.
Yeah, man. Our tickets cheap, man.
Hey,
shit,
so
man.
shout out to Matthew. Tickets going on sale this week, so I'm glad you said that because we've been trying to get a head count. So we definitely so check the group this week. Might say it tonight. Just gonna do another head count, but tickets going on sale this week. Yeah, for the Mavs game. So that's December 2nd. It's the Mavs against the Pelicans. We do have suite seats. So check the group today. We're gonna do another head count, and the tickets will be starting on sale this week. Always lots going on in our group.
Yeah,
so,
man.
unlike those other groups that, what? Stop inviting me to these groups. If I can't post my podcast, stop inviting me to these groups. I don't give a damn about nobody, because there's no other group better than Sports Talk. Shout out to everybody that support the brand. We support y'all. Because at the end of the day, y'all comment in all these trash talking groups, they're going to get shut down. And we still going to be here.
They don't show y'all the same love. They don't show their faces. They don't come up here nightly and spend their time where they could be doing other things talking to you guys.
Because we the big brand, baby.
Exactly. We're going to be here. That's what we do. And we're going to be here tomorrow for the Sports
We're
Challenge.
going to be here tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Get up in this bad boy. Other than that, thank you for joining the O.T.S.B.S Show. See y'all tomorrow, 7:30 sharp. Peace.
Peace out.